Greatness is not in where we stand, but in what direction we are moving. We must sail sometimes with the wind and sometimes against it, but sail we must and not drift, nor lie at anchor. Oliver Wendell Holmes. My friends, how do we sail? How do we become great as traders, investors in this difficult marketplace, sometimes a quandary? How do we do that? That is by sailing, by practicing each and every day, 10 to 15 minutes. That is all we ask to master these charts. Don't worry about how long it will take. Why? Because once you master the charts, you'll make up for all the time you ever put in. Let's jump into these charts. We see stocks are down for the day along with gold, bonds, and Bitcoin are up a little bit. We're jumping into the market a little bit early. It's not quite 4 o'clock. I've got to run and do something here, so we're going to knock this out a little early for you today. What do we see going on with the S&P 500 down 0.109? Just went down to 1.10. Did I even say that right to begin with? 1.09. Now it's down 1.11. What do we see? Down in the morning, not quite as far down in the afternoon. What do we really see here on this half-day chart? Just a sideways slide. Nothing really taking off one direction or another. Now we look, we're below the 200 EMA. That means we're in negative territory on the half-day chart. 2-day chart, same thing, and you can see that sideways slide going on. We are red on the STC there. Again, on the half-day, I didn't tell you where we were there. We're at the green at the top, so maybe we'll see things, since we've already made it to the top, flip back over and head down. What about the weekly? Well, the weekly is above the 200 exponential moving average. You can see the sideways slippage on this too. Lots of indecision this week. A red spinning top, green on the STC. So what are we waiting for? Well, we're waiting to see if the down move is going to take hold. It'll tell us a lot if the STC on the weekly chart flips over to red. Like I said, the 2-day already has. What'll be our trigger? That will be the STC on this half-day chart flipping over and moving down, since we're below the 200 EMA. That is what we're waiting for, friends. Let's see if and when that occurs. We go to the Qs. What's going on there? More negativity further below. Again, down movement in the morning, not quite as much in the afternoon, down 1.51% right now. And of course, you noticed it. STC went red in the afternoon, which is the trigger for the down move, for the short play, for going into what? The opposite of QQQ, which is PSQ, for those of you who've taken our training on inverse funds. I'll put that at the end of today's program. Inverse funds, how to make money when markets crash. You'll know more about what these inverse funds can and cannot do for you, the cost associated with them, the revalues on them, and the ins and outs, something for you to practice. So again, we see it reverting over. Now look at where we are on the 2-day to help or hurt us with this down move. Well, it doesn't hurt us. We are well below the 200 EMA, and we have a down candle there, which is good to see. What about the weekly? It also, unlike the S&P 500, NASDAQ 100 down below. Now, we haven't hit a lower low yet, but again, another positive sign. We've gone to red on the weekly STC. So again, heating up, looking nice. Hopefully, things are ready to take to the downside on the NASDAQ 100, the tech stocks. Let's move on to 20-year bonds. Where are they? Well, they're the only bright spot. Well, Bitcoin's up a little bit for the day too, and not much for 20-year bonds. Are up 0.34%, but we do see 1, 2, 3 days of up movement. STC has gone green, as we talked about yesterday. We had things really pop up in the morning on Wednesday, and then sort of sideways Wednesday afternoon, Thursday morning, popping back up. Still haven't reached the high of yesterday yet, but moving in the right direction. Now, that's just the half-day chart. Where are we on the 2-day chart? It is still in the red as far as the STC goes, but it is flattening right there at that top band. And we do have a green up candle, but not reaching a higher high. What about the weekly? Where are we there? Lots of indecision. Now again, we are well below the 200 EMA on 20-year bonds. Let me pull this thing down. Golly day, see how far below we are? There's been a lot of negativity in bonds until the last 5 or 6 weeks. Well, this 5 or 6 weeks starting in November and ending on about mid-December. And then for the last 2 weeks, things have been heading down, and now we've got sort of an indecision level there. So we're still quite negative as far as where price is overall. We're in a downtrend, and we've just come off a bit of an uptrend. Is it getting ready to turn around again or not? Again, lots of ambivalence there. Not super excited about that up move. We will play that out, see how it goes. Let's go to gold and take a look at where gold is. Gold is down for the day, 1.18%. Had things run up some, did have a successful little short trade there over a short period of time, and immediately coming off that and heading down for the day. Again, haven't seen any reversion over on the STC yet. What about the 2-day? 2-day is, of course, still positive, both a green spinning top. Again, a big pullback after that pop-up rise. Green on the STC, above the 200 EMA. Above the 200 EMA, green on the STC, green up candle, strong movement still on this weekly chart. So we'll keep our eye on things on gold, see if things will be resetting on that half-day chart on the STC to give us the possibility of pulling the trigger again for an up move. I tell you, that one success was nice to have, but particularly after the prior false moves, it was really making us doubt what gold was going to do for us. So, and again, not super excited about the refusal to reset here. We talked about all those things a couple of days ago. Let's look at where we are on I almost said 20-year government bonds. Where we are on Bitcoin. Where are we? 2 days of up movement. That started in the morning on Tuesday. And of course, we saw it up again on Wednesday. And where we are on Thursday when it comes to Bitcoin is we have, again, Bitcoin trying to make a little up move after some sliding sideways. We'll continue to watch, wait, and see where things are going to go. Up so far for the day, 0.42%. Green on the STC. Again, when we start looking at where we are below the 200 EMA, the 2-day chart is, of course, showing us, again, big pop down, run up, run down again, and now it's climbing up a little bit, but we're not putting a whole lot of hope in where Bitcoin is going to go in the short term. We look at our weekly chart, and of course, we can see after those 3 down weeks starting in from the beginning to mid-November, had things pop up a little bit there in early mid-December, and now just sort of sliding sideways. Green spinning top for the week. Hopefully at some point Bitcoin's going to build a base and will take off again, which will of course take what with it? The rest of the crypto space. When that occurs, I started to say if. I'm not going to speculate on that, but we'll watch it. You guys asked me to start following Bitcoin years ago. I did it for you. I've made some successful trades in it. We've all had some successful practice trades over time. Nothing lately because of that crash that happened. And we'll just wait, watch, and see. Again, always a good learning experience. God bless my friends. All the best from the whole team at Charting Wealth World Headquarters.